They climb and climb, literally walking over their corpses, just over the wounded. Here he is sitting. There are so many enemies that we just fly the Mavic, detect them, and then fly a kamikaze drone. On average, we destroy at least one enemy platoon per day, and that's just our unit. As practice shows, FPV drones and kamikaze drones have become an important component of modern warfare. At the front, these UAVs pose a threat not only to soldiers and equipment, but also to the immediate rear. The situation is further complicated by the fact that both sides are actively working to improve this technology. You will find out how important the role of drones is today in this issue, in which we will visit the positions of Ukrainian drone operators in the Avdiivka sector of Donetsk region. In case of attack, we have a dugout over there and a huge trench system where we can hide from shelling. Do you already have identified targets, or you need to find them? There are so many enemies there that we just fly the Mavic and find them. They also have certain permanent positions where they sit and you can fly inside. Ready. This drone performs the function of reconnaissance. We find targets. It can be enemy manpower, armored vehicles, maybe some kind of fortification, ATGMs, AGS, machine gun nest, anything that can interfere with our infantry. We find it and then send a kamikaze drone to destroy it. That is, we use this drone to find the target, accompany it, and record its defeat. Recently, the enemy has hardly used armored vehicles here. They are trying to advance with infantry because they realize that we are destroying armored vehicles here en masse. On average, we destroy at least a platoon of enemy per day here, and this is only our unit. And there are many such units working in this area and in other brigades. I see a case with an anti-drone rifle, a canister, antennas for electric warfare, and a complex electronic warfare on top. TM mines. Yes, and TM. This is definitely the target to strike. Definitely. And they take it all away and use it, we won't be able to fly there at all. Now we need to destroy the TMs, the EW and the anti-drone gun. We need to hit it exactly. I'm already there. See? On the right? On the right side of the APC. It's a little bit below. You got it? Yeah, the TM exploded. Half of the BMP's ass was blown off. The electronic warfare device was destroyed. Anti-drone rifle, weapons, and other things that were destroyed there. We found another target. Here, see the big trench? Yeah. This is Russian intelligence. There were 6 of them here yesterday. I see helmets with a red ribbon. Yeah, that's where they were sitting. There's one walking around with a red bandage. I see him. A red bandage on his leg, then helmets with bandages. Let's work. Here he is sitting, and there they must have dumped corpses. Or are they sleeping? No, look, they're sleeping in a pile. Our bird flies right on target. They are finished. They lost their heads. This is because of the beauty of our country. They have a huge problem with medicine. They have no concept of human life, evacuation, or first aid. They often leave their own people behind. We have even recorded cases where their wounded were still moving. and others passing by, and instead of helping them, simply took things from his backpack and moved on. Is he sitting to the left of the trench? Right? If you look from the field, he is already behind the trench. He sees you. He takes the machine gun. He's got a PKM. Be careful, he's shooting. Is that him sitting under the tree? Yes, he's shooting now. Make sure he doesn't hit you. Come from the field. You saw it? Okay. Yeah, good job. This is a forest belt of burning orcs. It must be very hot for them there. At the moment, we are working mainly on infantry, because the enemy does not often come here with armored vehicles, and during their previous massive offensive, our group damaged and destroyed more than 20 armored vehicles, tanks, APCs, a demining vehicle, and an engineering vehicle. In short, it was fun. We didn't even count their destroyed infantry that day. There was a general battle going on, and we were at a distance of 3 to 3.5 kilometers from the enemy vehicles, in the neighboring forest line, so to speak. So we did everything to prevent them from breaking through. It was good that the area was densely mined, which helped us a lot. But the drones also did their job well. We made 36 combat sorties that day. At the time, he was constantly making electronic boards and equipping drones, only at the end of the day, when we were counting everything. So we destroyed 5 tanks, 9 APCs. He asked. Where? When? I mean, he was so focused on the process. It looked like he was a factory. These are MLRS salvos. They are constantly, every day on the offensive. The enemies keep on attacking us, regardless of weather conditions, of the losses, regardless of anything. Their losses here are just very huge, but they're still coming, and they are literally walking over their own dead bodies. They don't pay attention to the number of their wounded and eliminated. One brigade was milled, the second was milled, and they are sending a third brigade into battle. They have a large human resource. The enemy approached the house from the rear and got inside. Do you see anyone? Maybe there is someone in the house. I'm going to check in the woods and go back there. I saw at least 6 infantrymen approaching the house. The left window. There's enemy movement there. They made a stronghold there. I see a cluster of weapons there. Yes, you hit it. That's great. I see movement in the right window. The second bird flies. Good job. That's how we chase them, and do not allow them to gain a foothold in their positions, to stand guard, or to storm us. This is an aircraft. Enemy Sioux. Among the enemy infantry, there are some very interesting exhibits. On our personal account, there were several sniper pairs who took up positions and could have caused a lot of trouble. Stormtroopers, and we could see that they were well equipped. They were armed with AK-12s and good body armor. That is, they were not just meat or convicts, but well-trained fighters. I think that a drone for $600 is a good exchange, even for one such trained fighter, because it takes at least 6 months to train them. The last time, during their massive attack, the enemy used about 100 tanks and armored vehicles. They were moving towards Krasnohorvika and our positions. We destroyed about 60 units of enemy armored vehicles during the daylight hours. After that, they did not use armored vehicles en masse, and we only saw up to 5 units at a time. This is a frontline workshop here in Ukraine. Soldiers make drones that are immediately sent to the battlefield. This war, it is characterized by a very active use of FPV drones. And the world will never be the same as before Russia's full-scale invasion. That is, wars will not be the same as they were. Depending on the targets identified by the pilots, they use different types of ammunition. If it is infantry, it is fragmentation munitions. If it is armored vehicles, it is cumulative munitions. If it is trenches or dugouts, it's thermobars and landmines. The guys who have been through the trenches, through shelling, through injuries, through contusions, they work here. The soldiers who went through all of this, imagine with what enthusiasm and perseverance they make these electronic boards that will destroy the orcs who tried to kill them. If you are interested in today's episode and would like me to continue doing episodes like this next, then let me know by hitting the like button and leaving a comment. You can support the author by the details in the description. Thank you.